Hello, guys. Welcome to Sema Na Mwita. Is yet another episode. We are privileged to have a guest by the name Mbithe. So I ensure that you stick around. Of course, subscribe, like, and share. So, karibu sana Mbithe. So, can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Mary Mbithe. Yeah, I'm a student at Machakos University taking English and literature. I'm a mother of one, baby Miles Hartley. Yeah, I'm a passionate student and I'm future professor. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So, let's start with your story. What inspired you to pursue degree at Machakos University?
What inspired me to pursue my degree at Machakos University is that, I come from Kitale and I wanted to explore Cumberland, and seeing Machakos University is a good and a conducive place for students, and it enables me interact with people from different backgrounds, and yeah, I love it.
Okay, thank you. So, balancing books and motherhood isn't easy. When did your journey as a young mom begin, and how did it change your outlook on life and education?
Wow. My journey as a young mom began while I was in second year. Yeah, I got pregnant and all that. But it didn't change my outlook on life. Life must continue. Yeah, so as for me, I never wanted to focus on what people say about me back at home. I wanted to be a mother, and it has happened. I had to accept that I'm going to be a mother. And Mantra's education, it affected me until I got a supplementary. It's such funny,
So
but
you actually got a supplementary of that?
I got a supplementary because I was pregnant, and it affected my studies since I was not going to school. Like most of the time I used to sleep and spending most of the time at home. Yeah, it really affected me.
Okay. So I hope the soup was done.
Yeah, it was done. And I'm in third year right now. I'm continuing.
Okay. So thank you for that. So what has your general experience been like as a student in campus, and what are the highs and lows?
My highs and lows is that I try managing myself as a mother, just being there for my son at all cost, no matter what. What if hata kama sina anything? Yeah, I just try to be there for him. That is what keeps me going. And my lows, these are times whereby I'm just low, no one to talk to. Like I have nobody maybe to bring my baby something, or maybe stay with my baby at home. Yeah, that is what challenges me.
Okay, still on that, and of course, as a comrade, we have this notion, ya kuinama. What has been what is your perspective on that narrative?
Kuinama, yeah, people do. Even
Kuinama as yourself.
yeah, sometimes, sometimes I do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for confirming that kuinama is real.
It's real.
Some of us, when we say that campus kuna kuinama, some people do not take that for like they see that it deserve. When I say maybe campus, it's full of cash.
No, but sometimes there are times whereby you have cash and sometimes you don't have. It's not every day that you'll be having money. Yeah.
So we are still urging that if you have a colleague or a son in campus, please send them money.
Send them money, by the way. Send them money. Yeah.
Thank you for that emphasis. So what has your general experience been like as a student? Of course, we have already said that, right? So campus can be full of pressure, expectation, and distractions, right?
Yeah.
So how have you been managing to stay grounded through it all?
Pressure. According to me, I usually have my own strict rules, and I would just work with my schedule. I don't go with what group says. People can be, oh, today we are partying, oh, we are wearing this, we are wearing that. Me, I do me. This is me. The people that you see here is me. I don't just look at people and admire them and I want to be like them when I don't have. And when I have, I just look nice. Yeah, that is
Okay, thank you for that. So have you ever felt judged or misunderstood by fellow students or even lecturers because of your motherhood status?
Let me say some students, maybe they have judged me. Some of the people judged me. They think that maybe I'll not make academically because they think that my child is a distraction, or maybe I don't get enough time to read for my own self and take good care of my own self because I'm having a kid. But I'm still proving them wrong that I can do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. So on campus, relationship and reality, let's talk about relationship. Do you feel campus relationships are genuine or mostly based on conveniences?
Wow. I can honestly say that campus relationships are genuine. Some of them are genuine, while some are made of out of inconveniences. Yeah. Because you may find a relationship whereby it is working because there is a solid ground. You understand? When there is a solid ground, you know that I'm working on this. I want to marry this person. You will go with that aim. But when you don't have an aim, that is when you lose track. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So have you ever felt, we already talked about that. So do you think young women in campus feel pressure to be in relationship or how can we shift that narrative?
Yeah, let me say, so many people in campus, they feel like they want to be in relationship. That is true. Yeah, there is a lot of pressure. When you see couples out here looking together, you will just admire them and want to be like them, not knowing what they are going through, and not until you've been that through by yourself. Otherwise, you won't understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the red flags or lessons you have learned about dating while in university?
Red flag. The red flag that I've learned. Yeah. She's just a friend. I cannot accept that. That is a red flag. When somebody tells you that it's just a friend and it's your partner, you just say, no. Cheating, that is another thing. I don't allow cheating. Me in a relationship, I don't do cheating. Yeah, we just be loyal. There is nothing that will cost you being loyal to your partner because something that she has, maybe other people have the same. Yeah, maybe tu kala peke yake is no different.
Okay. So you have said that you do not entertain maybe cheating.
Yeah.
What would you do when you find your man cheating?
What will I do when I find my man cheating? Mi nitakukanyanga. Yeah, I don't entertain people who cheat. Yeah, but sometimes I do forgive. Me, I've been forgiving.
Mikada.
Well, when I find my partner cheating, I'll forgive the person. Yeah. Sometimes you can forgive the person, you give them room to change. And when you see that they are not changing, you just find time to heal by yourself. You heal first before you let me say, before you divorce the person or before you separate with the person, allow yourself to heal first. You don't go with that pain to the next level of life. You just heal, then move on with your life. Yeah.
So when you find him cheating, you forgive him and move on.
I'll forgive him, and you know what? I'll not only forgive him, but he will have to explain why. What do I lack? What do I lack that you have to cheat on me? That is one. And when I find that maybe the other person, I'll do my investigations, of course, and I find out that the other person, maybe she's just some random type of person. You know what I'll do? I'll just forgive you and I'll heal and I'll go after I have healed. And before I go, I must have ruined your life. Hey.
You
But
ruin their life. You'll be to them.
yes, of course. Not me, but I can.
You can.
I
Okay, let us move on. Looking back, what was the most difficult part of being pregnant while in school?
What was the most difficult parts
Yeah.
of
Of being pregnant while in school?
waking up early to go to school? That was a problem because I never used to wake up due to morning sicknesses and all that. Yeah,
Okay, thank you for that. So were you supported by maybe friends, family, or the institution, or did you feel alone during that season?
I was supported by friends. Let me say, when I was pregnant, my friends were there for me. When I was a bit low, I used to go to people, ask them, what can I do about this since I'm pregnant? I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that. And they used to make me feel good. I used to feel like friends were there for me. But let me say, family wise, they were not there because I didn't inform anyone that I was pregnant. Yeah, after I gave birth, the institution was there for me, the friends, the institution, the leaders. Yeah, they were there for me.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, thank you for that. What would you say to a young woman in university or who just found out that she's pregnant and feels like her world is, is falling apart?
A person maybe who may find themselves pregnant and they feel like the world is moving apart from them, I would honestly tell them to not giving up and don't do abortion. Don't give up and don't do abortion. You just hang in there, whether you have the support from your partner or not. Just be there for your own self and for the matter of your child. It is a future you are carrying. Your baby needs you. Yeah, that is what I can tell.
So I'm talking about abortion. Did you have ever had the thought that, aborting?
Yo, that's a good question. You know, after I found out that I was pregnant, personally, I come from a Christian family. Yeah, but you are. I never thought of aborting the baby. Yeah, but you can be two people. When you get pregnant, you're not alone. Yeah, so you are two people. Maybe you accept you're pregnant, but the other person, he hasn't inclined to that situation whereby he's going to be a parent. You understand? So the thoughts that came into the other person's thoughts.
And in what regard you're regarding about your boyfriend? Not
Yeah, regarding about my boyfriend. My boyfriend thought of maybe doing abortion, I understand. But as for me, I was not for that idea. Actually, I was not for that idea. And I used to tell him, I know he will watch this video. I used to tell him, whether he be there for my child or not, I'll still be there for my child. Yeah, because he wasn't ready and there is nothing I can do, Yeah.
because he wasn't ready by then. Is he still ready by now? Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he knows himself. He actually says maybe. But as for me, I'm there for my child. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems that you're not coming clearly on that, but let us move on. What has motherhood taught you that campus life never could?
Motherhood has taught me a lot, and one of them is unconditional love. Yeah. You cannot love a person when maybe they have money. Let me say, I was being supported by my parents before I was pregnant. And after I got pregnant, parents can be harsh on their children. So my dad stopped sending me money. And that's when I knew the true color of my boyfriend. Yeah, I can honestly say he just felt like we are burdening him a lot. Yeah, you can read your partner, right? Yeah, you can know this person, maybe you are relying on them and it is after you've gotten a child. It was overwhelming, but let me say, I don't know, unconditional love and being resilient and let me say being faithful. That is something I cannot. Yani mi mwenyewe siwezi nika-ruin hiyo for myself. I'll still be faithful even to the next person who will come in future. Yeah, I'll still be.
Okay, so are you still together with your boyfriend? Because you're speaking about the next person. Are you still together?
Honestly, we are not together.
So you definitely broken up.
Yeah.
What was the cause?
Those are personal issues, but I'll honestly say you just stick to your partner whenever they have any problem. You don't need to show them that you are burdening them or something. Just be love them, just love them no matter what, whether they have money or not. Just love your party, love your partner. The basis of a relationship is love, respect. Love. You cannot love, respect, trust. You cannot love a person and when they don't have money, you don't love them at all. Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
So basically, what you're saying was about money.
Let me say,
It's all about the money.
me, I came to understand that it was all about money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. So we're almost done. What keeps you going, especially during hard moments when both school and parenting becomes overwhelming?
What keeps me going is my son, baby Miles.
Okay, baby Miles. Thank you for that. So how do you want your story to inspire other women navigating through similar paths?
I would wish to tell them that they should never give up. Yeah, life has its own ups and downs, but you should never give up. And you should never give up your career because you have a child or something. Just push. God is going to be there for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. Finally, if you could tell your younger self one thing before entering campus, what could it be?
Telling my younger self, what? Pardon?
Finally, if you could tell your younger self one thing before entering campus, what would it be?
I would tell my younger self that I got this. Yeah. And I should never be afraid to say anything, like to say no to any situation which maybe doesn't align to my well-being. Yeah, I'd tell myself that I can do it. I'm the strongest person I ever know. Yeah. And I still do tell myself right now.
Okay. Thank you for that. One more thing before we done. What's your favorite quote, Madam Mbithe?
Actually, my favorite quote, I don't have, but I have this in mind that says, never trouble a trouble before trouble troubles you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, poor viewers. This has been Sema Na Mwita. We are thankful for finding time and joining us. Poor viewers, please subscribe, like, and comment for more content like this. I hope you have learned something. Thank you, Madam Mbithe.
Thank you.